All right.
Alrighty. So, why don't we start with you just playing straight from the beginning, and then we can stop if you mess up or something goes wrong.
You know, that makes a lot of sense. Okay. Pretty sure that was wrong, but
Okay, yeah, why don't we
Yeah,
just hold up for a second. So I think, first of all, the second beat of the first measure is a B natural, not B flat. I know
so
there's,
C,
yeah,
going up the scale rhythm.
yeah, there's just a lot of accidentals, and then this D right here, make sure it's held for the full two beats. I forgot to give you like a starting rhythm to count.
Starting tempo.
Yeah. Yeah. So why don't we just start from the beginning again?
Do you want me to start a little bit slower, like?
Yeah, because starting slower will help you get the notes and the rhythm in tune, and then we can speed it up later if need be.
Do you think I'm starting too loud? Because it is piano, and I think I might be doing more of a mezzo piano.
I think you're doing, yeah, well, because those mallets are a little like harder than the other ones, so maybe that's part of it. Yeah, why don't you try using these, and then we'll see if that makes a difference.
Okay.
But then just try not to hit the bars too hard.
Okay. What was my posture like in terms of? I know I got the notes wrong, but did I have the general motion where I was centered, middle of my range, or do you think that?
I will pay more attention to that. I wasn't exactly looking.
Okay,
All right.
that's okay.
So let's just start from the beginning. All right. 1, 2, ready, go.
Pretty sure that's the wrong note. Is that an E?
It's an F. F natural. There you go. Yep, B flat and D flat. That's E flat. Yep, there you go.
Yep.
Okay, so why don't we just
Yeah.
work on those double stops?
Okay.
So let's just start from the first one. So first one is B flat and D flat, and then B flat and E flat. That is, so
Is it E flat though?
that's E flat, but you want to go to this one.
Okay, so that was silly. Not quite an octave, but
Yeah, so go back to the first one. So B flat and D flat, and then B flat and E flat, and then A and D flat, A natural. One up. There you go. And then do F and D natural. Yep. And then A and D natural. A natural and D natural. Yeah.
so it should be a perfect fit.
So why don't you just go all 5 of them in order?
Okay.
All right, so just at your own pace. Here you go.
Okay.
Is that making sense? Okay.
I think I was overcomplicating it, and I'm not as familiar as I should be because I was not good about practice.
No,
Shame
that's
on me.
yeah.
Bad
Well,
student.
well, because I don't know if you can like see that it's this, not necessarily like the notes are laid out the same way that a piano is, so like groups of 2 and groups of 3, that type of that type of aspect. So I don't know why I'm holding these. I'm gonna put these back in here. All right, so why don't we start from measure 4?
Okay.
All right. 1, 2, ready, go.
So it's F.
You got all the notes right. It's just you got a little bit.
I got a little confused.
Okay, and what part of it?
I think maybe with the rhythm change, I think I'm starting a little fast with the 8th notes. So then, since I'm less familiar with the chordal changes with the D flat and the B flat,
Yeah. So why don't we just practice going back and forth from the single notes to the double stops? Would that probably be better for you then? Okay.
Do you want me to start at measure 4 again, or where would you like me to
Why don't you start, yeah, just measure 4, because if you start in the measure 5, then it wouldn't
Okay.
work. So just start at measure 4, all right?
Okay.
1, 2, ready, go.
I think maybe I'm having trouble with because I think for a while I wasn't playing the F high enough.
Now you're just playing a G. Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you're getting the notes right. It's just a matter of switching back and forth
Okay.
between the double stops and the notes and the singular notes.
Okay.
All right, so why don't you just start from the descending arpeggio in measure 5?
Okay. Do you want me to include the F at the top?
Yes, why don't you? So just measure 5.
Do you think I should add in the rules when I feel comfortable, or should it?
When you feel that you have the transitions smooth, then I would go back in and add the rolls.
Okay.
Because adding the rolls when you're not familiar with it just creates a whole bunch of other problems.
Okay. Sounds
So,
good.
Is there any other? Well, measure 15 is the exact same as the beginning, and that sounded fine. Did you have did measure 11 or measure 18, those lines have any problems for you?
When I was practicing?
Yeah.
I think for me it was particular getting the notes like in 11 where you go from the lower B and then just doing the E. Also making sure that the G flat was actually F sharp was a little confusing.
Yeah. Whole step, there you go. That's a B and an F.
Yep, so.
Yeah.
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 I think I need to practice it for sure. I think I'm just not as practiced as I should be. But
yeah. One thing, like, because measure 11 deals with, like, dynamic contrasts.
Except doing it a little bit.
make sure that on the grace notes and the first beat, and you're not hitting the bars too hard, and then the second and third beat just go full force.
Except for the right note.
Yeah, and then the A in the second measure needs to be even higher than the first measure,
Oh, okay.
because it's fortissimo.
Oh, I didn't notice that. Cool. All right.
So
Sounds good.
So for next time, just try to work on just practice specifically that the transition between the double stops, and then gradually adding the rolls back in, and then also like transitioning between the two, and then just the dynamic contrast of measure 11.
Cool.
Awesome.